Hey guys, today I'm going to do a Milky Way. I haven't done a Milky Way cup in forever. And I've got some really pretty glitter from a vendor in my group, and it's called Create by Firefly. She does all custom mixes. She has Marabou alcohol inks, the Easy Marble. The vinyl that she carries is beautiful. It's the prettiest vinyl I've ever seen. I'll leave a link in the description box so that you can get to her website and her Facebook group. I am using a 20-ounce skinny that I get from MakerFlo. They come in these really awesome boxes. When you get your cup finished and you're ready to present it to your customer, they can see right through the box, see what it is and how it looks. They come with a really nice acrylic straw. They do bend, but not nearly as much as the plastic ones. And these fit in the box with the cup, which I think is awesome because you don't have to hand them the cup and then you hand them the straw. It all goes in the box. They also come with a care card already printed up on a good it's not paper. It's a little plastic, kind of vinyl, but it's pre-printed. If you have a sticker, you can put your own sticker on the back. So that's the cup I'm using. I'm gonna put in a little bit of mica powder. It's just a pink mica powder. I prepped my cup, and it's painted an off-white color. It's called Rust-Oleum Heirloom White, which is just, it's not tan or beige or anything. It's just off-white. And the glitter I've picked out today is Blush, which is a really sparkly pink. It's just beautiful. And the next color I have is called Pretty in Pink. And it's a pink and silver mirror, chunky. And it's really beautiful. It has a good, all of the glitters that I picked have an awesome shine to them. And that's kind of why I chose these. The next one is Pocketful of Posies. And it's a color shift, chunky mix. It has a darker pink in it, and then it has the color shift as well. And then this one is just gorgeous. It's called New Year's Eve. It's a chunky mix. Again, all of these are custom mixes by Melissa. She does them herself, and I must say she does an awesome job. But this is a mirror mix with a color shift in it as well. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use this white or not, but it's called Fallen Snow, and it's an ultra fine opal. And it has a mix of color shift in it as well. But again, it's an ultra fine. So I don't know for sure if I'm going to use that one or not. I'm going to start by putting the mica on my cup just to give me a pinkish base to work with. And when you're using mica, it only takes a little bit. Mica goes a long, long way. This is gorgeous. This is like an opal kind of look to it as well. I've thought about maybe starting to sell mica powder. I just haven't decided yet. The more I use micas, the more I love them. They're just gorgeous. I do sell, and I mentioned in my video yesterday that I make cup turners and drying racks and the cup cradles. Let's see. Here is one of the drying racks that I make. It holds 4 cups. It's compact, so it doesn't take up a lot of room, but you can still get 4 cups on it. There's 2 high ones and then 2 shorter ones. So depending on what you need, it just kind of fits in. I also do these. I call it a paint stick, for a lack of a better word. I do put my cups on it to spray paint them. And if I'm doing a dirty pour, I use it for that. And I do these in any size. That's my good, tall, heavy one. And then I have a smaller one as well. So whatever I'm working on, or I can do 2 or 3 at a time if I need to. But you can tell by the bottom of it that I do a lot of dirty pours on those. All right, let me get my glove on. I do use, excuse me, I use Pro Marine epoxy. And as soon as you mix A and B together, it immediately starts its reaction. It doesn't hurt to let it sit for a little while and thicken up. And when I say thicken up, I mean it gets warm. And it just stays on the cup a lot better. You get better coverage. So I went ahead and mixed my epoxy before I started recording. Look at that color. This is gorgeous. And all I'm doing is just putting a little tint, a hint of pink on the cup for my base. And I'm using a lot of chunky, so it will probably take a little bit more epoxy than if I did just a normal epoxy method for glitter. Because I'm thinking I'm going to do stripes on it. That's my thinking anyway. I'll find out once I get all this on the cup and look at it. I'm not worried about the streaks in the mica, because you're not going to see them with all the glitter that I'm going to be putting on. I'm going to completely cover the cup with glitter. And I do warm my epoxy, both sides, A and B, and I warm my cup up while I'm mixing my epoxy as well. It just helps it spread better, go on smoother. This is a beautiful color. And like I said, I will be putting it on heavier because I'm going to be putting a lot of glitter on it. And this will be a 2-part video. I'll do the base coat and the glitters now, and then I'll let it spin overnight probably. Although I'm in Florida and it's been really warm today, especially for this time of year, so it probably won't take as long to cure or to dry. It's not going to cure, but it will dry. And then I'll come back and do the Milky Way part of it tomorrow. Get this bottom real quick. And like I said, it looks streaky. That's fine. If I was going to leave it where you could see the color, then I would smooth it out, but it's not that big of a deal for what I'm doing. And y'all, I love these MakerFlo cups. I did do a test on it for cold. I put ice in it. 2 days later, it still had some ice in it. So that was good. Today, I took one out, and I was teasing the people in my group because they tease me about using coffee cups that are naked. So I just grabbed one of the MakerFlo cups, put my coffee in it and went out, and I didn't even think that it was just a stainless steel cup with nothing on it. So I posted it in the group so they could all make fun of me. And they did. But I put that it was a fail on the test, that I was doing a test on these cups today for the heat part, because I had coffee in it. And I put on there, okay, 5 hours later, I consider it a fail, that the coffee was still hot enough to drink, so I did. It wasn't really a fail. I think that was pretty good. 5 hours and it was still hot, so I think it passed with flying colors, actually. Okay, and this is starting to thicken up pretty good. Just want to make sure I have everything covered. Okay. Looks good to me. You don't have a lot of bubbles when you use mica powder and glitter. You'll get a few, especially like this. So I'm going to hit it with my torch just real quick. I'm just standing back and looking at the bubbles, and then I'm just hitting that spot because I don't want to burn my epoxy. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to put it in stripes across the cup, but it's not going to be perfect stripes or anything like that. I'm just going to put them on here. And I'm going to start with the New Year's Eve. And I'm just going to kind of put it in a diagonal. My main focus is to get all of the cup covered with the glitter, not so much making it in pretty lines. This is so pretty. And I just put them in the little measuring cups to make it a little bit more manageable. Okay. Next color, I want to do this blush. Oh, that sparkles like crazy. And like I said, I'm not real worried about making it pretty because it's going to have the Milky Way over the top of it. get me some more trays too. I love my trays. I'm thinking I might start carrying those as well. I do have the stir sticks already. Alright, next color I'm going to go with is going to be the Pocketful of Posies, I think. No, I'm going to use the Pretty in Pink. That's this one. This is really beautiful. Mel, you did an excellent job. I don't think I've used these. I got these colors in her monthly mega box. It's a subscription box. She has a limited number that she does per month. And then she started doing mini boxes as well. And you get tons and tons of glitter. And there's usually a project of some kind in it. Everything is color coordinated that comes in the box. And I will hit the bottom of the cup before I'm done. Again, I'm working with chunky glitter, so you do want to tap it down. You can cut yourself on it. If you don't tap it down, it makes it extremely hard to get a smooth surface over it with epoxy. And you definitely want it smooth. And I might do another coat of epoxy once this one dries. It just depends on how smooth I can get it. Okay. Now what do I want to use? Okay. Alright, that was chunky, so I'm going to put a thin line of the fallen snow on here, and then I'll finish it up with the chunky. Gorgeous. I wish I could see the colors in this. I am putting this on a little bit heavier because it's the ultra fine. Okay, and my last color is the Pocketful of Posies. It's gorgeous. And I'm going to put it right over this, I think. And then I'll use a little bit of all of it to cover the bottom of the cup. Make sure you clean the edge so that none of that chunky is sticking up. Okay. as well get this that fell on this as well. And I'm just going to put a little bit of all of it in my cup here. Put a little bit of this pink in there for sure. Look how that shines, y'all. Look at the sparkle. A little bit of this last one. Okay, let me stir it up just a bit. And what I'll do is take this mixture that I have, and I have a little bit of epoxy left over, so I'll mix this glitter in with it and just do it on a mold. And I'm literally just going to throw it on the bottom. I want to make sure I got everything covered on the top of the cup as well. So I'll probably go back over it with this just to fill in any spots. And all I'm doing is making sure that I've got everything covered. All of the epoxy is soaking up in it. And if there is a spot that's wet, it will stick. If it's not wet, the glitter will just fall off. I want to get around my edge really well. Sometimes this fine sticks better around that top edge than the chunky does. Again, all I'm doing is making sure there's no wet spots and just using this mixture of all of it to fill in. I don't waste glitter and I don't waste epoxy. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now I'll just go over it and tap it down a little bit. Try to get all I can to lay down now. I'm used to doing lives in my group, and this is a little bit difficult for me. Recording right to YouTube. I'm used to having my group to talk with, and they ask questions and stuff. So this is a little bit different. I feel like I'm talking to myself. I know I'm not, but it sure feels that way. And don't forget to tap it down on the bottom as well. And especially around this bottom edge, because a lot of times you'll get it sticking up there, and it is extremely hard to get it to lay down if you don't do it now. Excuse me. I haven't done a Milky Way in forever. And I don't know why, because they're beautiful cups. These pinks are so pretty. And I'm not a pinky kind of girl at all. Never have been. I like purple, but now my new favorite color is rose gold. I love rose gold anything. So for me to like a pink, just a straight up pink, that's kind of odd. Now you can, if you don't like to do the epoxy method for your glitter, you can use Mod Podge. You can use Loctite. I've used Loctite a lot to put on glitter. But for me, this just seems easier. You have a longer work time. You don't have to rush to get all of your glitter on before it dries, because you know Mod Podge dries so fast. And you would have a mess trying to get all of this on. So it's just easier to go ahead and do it in one step. You've already got a coat of epoxy on here, and it's going to be held in place when it dries. It's not going to go anywhere. If you use Mod Podge or Loctite, you're still going to have to seal it. And this way you don't have to seal it. Okay, I'm going to hit this just real quick with my torch. I don't want to heat it up too much because I don't want my glitter to run when I put the paint or not the paint, but the mica powder on tomorrow and the epoxy dye. That's when I want it to do a little bit of swirl, but not now. I want my glitter to stay in place. Let me get this put in this epoxy here real quick. And I can do it in a keychain. That way there's a matching keychain to go with the cup. And I'll just come in once the keychain dries, and I'll put, I'll do a Milky Way over it as well. I'll do it in one of these tumbler molds. I clean all of my molds. If it's just a couple of things, like if I have something like that, I'll just take a piece of tape and use the sticky side and take it off with. But I'll take them inside, wash them with Dawn soap, let them air dry, and then I'll put them in Ziploc bags to keep dust and stuff from getting on them. And and it just works really well. I like to lay them flat so that they don't get bends and stuff. Alright, I'm going to do this as an ombre. I'll put this down at the bottom because it's very chunky. And then I'll just mix up some of the pink and put it the top half. When you're doing molds, you want to fill them up to the point where you think they're about to overflow. And that cuts down on a lot of sanding and repair work to get it smooth. And if you wait until it gets a little bit thick like this is, you don't have to work fast to keep it from running. I have time to mix up enough to do the top half of the mold, and this is going to stay in place. And again, I am filling it all the way to the top. This is going to be cute with a Milky Way over the top of it to match. Okay, I have my ombre started for my mold. It's going to be really cute, and I'll put this pink up at the top. Okay, guys, that's it for now. I'll continue pushing this down, making sure I can get everything to lay down as flat as possible. I'll probably, well, there's no probably, I will put another coat over the top of this before I do the Milky Way part of it. So when I come back on with the second half, it will be ready to do the micas and the dye and put the Milky Way effect on it. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all very much. I will put links to everything in the description box for the glitter, the MakerFlo cups, all of that. I'll leave links for you so y'all can get to it easily. Thank you.